Old.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome at this time, executive producer of Diamond Championship Wrestling, Scott Armstrong!
Hello and welcome once again to DCW Synergy. Scott Armstrong, the executive producer of DCW, making his way to the ring. Carmen Michael joined right along ringside with the voice of New Japan, Walker Stewart.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Hey, I just wanted to come out here and take a minute and say thank you to everybody in attendance. You know, here at Diamond Championship Wrestling, we came into this building 2 years ago this month. We are starting our third year in this arena, and we want to, without a doubt, we are really proud of that fact. To take a little tin building and turn it into something for everybody in this town, that's been an honor for us, and we love every minute of it. Thank you. Special shout out to Brent Ladner and the Ladner family. They are local here, and we want to say thank you to them. They're the owner-operators of Diamond Championship Wrestling. And what they've done is they've obviously just taken the model, and while we don't even claim to be WWE, we know we are not, but we try to use that business model and give you people exactly what you're looking for so everybody can come and have fun and enjoy wrestling. And the Ladner family, in doing so, they've decided they want to start bringing you more and more. And so tonight, we have a very special guest. It's somebody that I wrestled, I won't say how many years ago, I'll just say that my hair was a little longer and it was not this color. But this man, I would say we are both journeymen as far as pro wrestling goes. We started here in this area. As a matter of fact, I wrestled this gentleman in Mobile, Alabama many moons ago for the U.S. Junior Heavyweight title. And now here we are, all these years later. He's been a great man. He has helped me a lot in this business and taught me a lot. Please make welcome Dr. Tom Pritchard.
Listen to the response for Dr. Tom Pritchard, one of the premier junior heavyweights of all time, who alongside Scott Armstrong, names like Waltman, Mysterio, Liger, Devitt Ospreay, all inspired the generation we see here today, and in his own way has trained many of the top athletes in pro wrestling history here tonight, making his return to Mobile.
And isn't it such a special thing to see these two interact inside a Diamond Championship Wrestling ring here, Carmen?
Well, thank you, Scott, for that introduction. I also want to thank Diamond Championship Wrestling for having me here tonight. It's been a long time, been a real long time since I've been back in Mobile, Alabama. I had a lot of great memories. The Armstrong family has played in my wrestling career my entire life. Bullet Bob was the epitome of what you wanted to be when you got in this business. Yeah. Brad, another guy that I looked up to, great friends with my entire life. And I tell you, I've got so many memories of this town, so many memories of these people that used to get behind us. In fact, I remember that time in Mobile when the Bullet hit the ring. And he came in.
Wait just a minute.
Wait.
The DCW Heavyweight Champion, Jack Passion, alongside Crusher Cottrell, making their presence felt already here on Synergy.
Carmen,
and have really put DCW Synergy on their back these last 2 years here in the new Bullet Bob Armstrong Memorial Arena.
Tell you what's the
Crusher
dealio.
Control has had his fair share of issues with Scott Armstrong, but these are two legends in the ring right now. This is getting a little uneasy for me, Walker.
Yeah, I can't understand where these two men get off.
Cut the music. Oh my God, nostalgia. How wholesome. Let me tell you two old timers something. Nobody here cares about what happened 200 years ago. All these people care about is the pure excellence, the greatness, the best wrestlers on the face of this earth. Crusher Control, Jack Passion, the Alliance, standing in front of them. You people shut your dirty mouths. Why don't you two old timers get out of our ring, go back to Shady Acres or whatever retirement home you came from, have the nurses change your bedpans. This is our time now. Tell them, Jack, put them in their place.
What's up, Doc? Yeah, it is funny. You know what's even funnier? Thinking that you two old-timers could get into the ring and try and replace the only two people that matter. And that's the anomaly, Crusher Control, and the rarity, Jack Passion. In fact, the more I sit here and think about it, if you two don't get out of this ring within the next 10 seconds, we're gonna leave you laying, and then you'll really look like a couple of heavenly bodies. That was good, right? That was good. So, Dr. Tom, here's the thing. Everybody in this building and in the locker room, they all know you. They respect the legacy that you've built here in professional wrestling. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know you, I don't like you, and I don't respect you. And that's just business. Which brings me to you, Mr. Scott Armstrong. You know, we've known each other for a long time, and from the very beginning, I couldn't think of a better person to pair myself up with than the Armstrong himself. Oh wait, that's not you, that could have been Brad, that could have been Brian, that could have been Bullet Bob. All those guys have reached the pinnacle. They have made it to the top. They've done it all. But you didn't really do anything, did you? You got your cut as a referee in this business, and I know you like to shuck and jive and dance for a little bit, but you didn't really do much. And I was starting to think about it, what the biggest difference between you and I is, because we have committed our lives to this. And the biggest difference between Scott Armstrong and Jack Passion is that you've never been a heavyweight champion anywhere you've gone, and I've been a heavyweight champion 3 times for this company. So as far as I'm concerned, that makes you less than. And if you're less than, then that means you need to leave. And by the time we're through here, they're not gonna call this place the Bullet Bob Armstrong Memorial Arena. They're gonna call this place the Passion's Palace. Look at me when I'm talking to you, old man. You see, this isn't a game to me. This is not a joke. And I don't like the way you're looking at me. You know, at one point in time, you may have been able to step to a man like me, but you and I both know that if I wanted to, I would drop you like the sack of potatoes that you are right in the center of this ring. You don't scare me. You don't intimidate me. In fact, I think it's time someone finally put you in your place.
Oh, come on!
What?
Jack Passion looking to take a cheap shot at Scott Armstrong. And thankfully, Dr. Tom Pritchard making the save.
Yeah, thank God Tom Pritchard is inside that ring right now, but
look at this, a bit of a clash of generations here. How's this for a dream match? Wait a minute.
oh, Carmen, I think things have gotten just a little bit more complicated.
Jack, have you lost your mind? You must have lost it. And I've had enough. You best believe I'm fired up about what you're doing. First you use Crusher to hit me with a cheap shot. Then you try and throw a punch at my coach. And now you're going to fight these two living legends that have paved a path for you to even have a career. Who do you think you are?
Who am I? Who am I? I'm the man who you look up to, who these people look up to, who everybody wants to be. And let me tell you something, Andy V10 Hansen. 55 days I've been your superior. And what, you think you're gonna come out here yet again and get in my business? Andy, there is absolutely nothing about you that is intimidating, frightening. It seems you have some support here tonight. Andy V10 Hansen, I will not for 1 second question how strong of a professional wrestler you are. But I question how man you are. Because as strong as you are, as big as you may be, you are a weak man. And that is why you will never, and the champ means ever, be a champion in this company or anywhere else in your lifetime. Because without a shadow of a doubt, I am the man. I am the rarity. I'm the best of the best.
You're not Jack Passion. You're a jackass. And I'll challenge you for that title tonight. Me and you, one-on-one.
Oh, easy there, big man. Are you saying that you want to challenge me for the heavyweight championship tonight?
Right now.
Right now. That's what you think of me, huh? You think I'm not ready? You think I'm not ready for you? I'm always ready. I was born ready. So,
right now. Let's give these people what they want. Right now.
all right, fine. You and me, Andy V10 Hansen, Jack Passion for the heavyweight championship right now. Get a referee out here.
Wait. So this is happening right now. Hey, let's get a referee out here. Let's get a referee.
Well, quite the development here, Walker.
Carmen,
We're kicking things off with a heavyweight championship bout.
Scott Armstrong, that's going to be the man who makes it official, so.
There you see the prize on the line, the DCW Heavyweight Championship.
He's defending the championship in a polo, Carmen.
Ring that bell.
He said anytime, any place. He said he was ready for a fight. And now hoisting Hansen. Oh, Hansen from behind. Roll up.
Wait a minute.
Roll up.
I can't believe
He's
it.
got him. We got a new champion.
A new DCW Heavyweight Champion tonight.
What a moment here at the Bullet Bob Armstrong Memorial Arena.
I cannot believe my eyes, Carmen.
The crowd on their feet here in Mobile, Alabama, as a stunned Jack Passion and Crusher Cottrell forced to look on as the new heavyweight champion Andy V10 Hansen celebrating.
And the new DCW heavyweight champion, Andy V10 Hansen.
Oh, Carmen, 55 days for Jack Bastion. That's 55 days too long as far as V10's concerned. We have a new heavyweight champion in Diamond Championship Wrestling.
And just like that, the era of Andy V10 Hansen begins here on DCW. Folks, what a way to kick things off. There's still so much more to come. A groundbreaking announcement right after this break.
You know what I miss most about playing? Yelling, "Hut!" So I got this job. I got your pizza. Hut! Brady's back. Pizza Hut!
The goat?
Pizza Hut! Mom! Roughing the passer.
Shake it off, Gramps.
Get our biggest pizza for the biggest games. The Big New Yorker for only $10. Don't forget the pizza before the...
The beach is always just a lime away. Corona, La Playa awaits.
Some dream of curling up on the couch for the night. Others dream of spending all day in their outdoor oasis.
You're my favorite.
Whatever the dream, it's in reach. At IKEA, dream the possibilities.
I take myself up to keep from snacking.
You should try Wonderful Pistachios. They're tasty and healthy.
Delicious. High five.
See you out there.
Well, folks, welcome back here to DCW Synergy. Carmen Michael alongside the voice of New Japan Pro Wrestling, Walker Stewart. And, well, before they were so rudely interrupted here, Walker, Scott Armstrong and Dr. Tom Pritchard were set to announce the tag team titles have been declared vacated. Therefore, tonight, a new tournament will commence where we will crown a new tag team champion next week here on Synergy.
Well, I can't wait to find out who the new DCW Tag Team Champions are going to be here on Synergy.
Without further ado, let's get right to the action. Let's throw it over to David Storm.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest scheduled for one fall is a first-round match in the DCW Tag Team Championship Tournament. Introducing first, from Citronelle, Alabama, The Kid.
Coming to us from right up the road in beautiful Citronelle, Alabama, The Kid has proven himself time and time again through hard work and dedication. At only 18 years old, already a former junior heavyweight and heavyweight champion. We'll see if tonight The Kid can move forward.
Mobile, Alabama.
Here in this tournament.
He is the Diamond Destiny Champion, the realest champ, Lash LaFleur.
And speaking of champions, Lash LaFleur looking a little lighter here without the Junior Heavyweight Championship in tow. However, still in possession of the Diamond Destiny Championship. But I want to sweeten the pot. We are very much looking at the possibility that Lash LaFleur could become a double champion once again next week here on Synergy if he's able to advance here tonight.
An opportunity to come back to two championships, one around the shoulder, one around the waist. Going to look really nice for Lash LaFleur. That's if The Kid can manage to hold up the weight of being a champion as well. I, for one, am very interested in the stocks on this team.
Now, Lash LaFleur, we've come to know, very laid back in his nature. Do you think that benefits or hinders the former champion here tonight?
Well, it all depends on his tag team partner. Tag team wrestling is a synchronous sport game, and you're talking about two people with a lot of differences between them. We're going to have to find out how that's settled inside the ring tonight.
It's an incredible hill to climb as 8 teams of the brightest up-and-comers of the Gulf Coast all vie for the top prize of the division. We'll see who overcomes the odds here tonight and heads on to the semifinals.
Turn me up, I'm ready to blow, still in my mode, let's go. Playing just to see if the bells will break.
And their opponents, the team of Leo Valentino and Mason Mosley, the Pillars of Pain.
Mason Mosley and Leo Valentino, dangerous in their own right, but brought together as the Pillars of Pain. I got to say, they've been very dominant here in DCW, Walker.
Well, you're absolutely right about that. The Pillars of Pain looking to become a DCW Tag Team Champion, but it's not going to happen tonight. We're entering round 1 of this DCW Tag Team Title Tournament, where there is only going to be 2 teams that represent. Next week in the finals, our main event that week, we're going to crown new Tag Team Champions in the coming future.
Hey, the excitement is in the air. We already have a brand new heavyweight champion here tonight on DCW Synergy. The crowd's already lost their mind once here tonight. We'll see if the Kid and Lash LaFleur give them something to celebrate here in just a moment. Quite the intimidating force here are the Pillars of Pain. Look at this death glare they have set on the team of the Kid and Lash LaFleur. As we mentioned, the tag team championships have been declared vacant. But with that opportunity now becomes, there leaves an opening for anyone to step up, become champion here in DCW. So for a lot of folks like the Kid who have tasted success before, they want to get back to championship gold. This is the quick route to get back.
Yeah, I think that a situation like this, something where the DCW management are going to have to fly by the seam of their pants, find ourselves in this tag team title tournament, it's going to put the locker room on notice. Hey, anywhere out of nowhere championship opportunity can come, and only a select few have been included in this year's DCW tag team title tournament.
The Kid, no stranger to an upset, of course, won the heavyweight championship off of Jack Passion just a few short months ago here on Synergy. Shocked the world and could very much do the same here tonight.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, Carmen, the Kid often coming out to play, but I'll tell you right now, the Kid is not going to be playing very fun at the least. I mean, you look at the way that the Pillars of Pain are putting the pressure in here.
Yeah, Leo Valentino, perhaps the most unpredictable competitor in the entire field, and he certainly brings a sense of danger to the proceedings here tonight. Tag mate, in comes Lash LaFleur, former tag team champion in his own right. Looks to reclaim gold. Little tandem offense here from the first time ever team. And I got to say, they're working pretty well together thus far, Walker. Into the cover. Will this be enough to advance? And no, a kick out at 2.
Yeah, a majority of individuals you're going to see on DCW Synergy tonight trained at the Diamond Mine, whether it be the past few years or however long ago. You have no idea how many training, sparring sessions happen in tag team competition here in the Diamond Mine. We might have seen this exact competition back in training.
You brought it up. I want to raise the question to you with your experience calling competition for some of the all-time greats, Tanahashi, Okada, right. Omega, yeah. Danielson. How is it for you to experience this through the lens of witnessing some of the young, hungry up-and-comers that are being produced by the Diamond Mine Academy?
This is the future of professional wrestling right here. You're looking at the future Tanahashis, the future Kenny Omegas, the future Bryan Danielsons. It all starts on the ground floor here in Mobile, Alabama. And those individuals inside that ring will be on that major stage one day, and they're going to talk about the genesis being here at DCW.
They're honing their craft here at the Bob Armstrong Memorial Arena. Folks, there's no experience quite like joining us here. Folks, be sure to check social media for details on how you could join us here for a future episode of Synergy or for one of our premium events. Tag made, in comes Lash LaFleur once again. Frequent tags here from the Kid and Lash LaFleur. They certainly seem to be working pretty well together. LaFleur now into the cover.
You know, Carmen, it's a difficult thing. I mean, pro wrestling, you know it yourself. You've been around the block a time or two. I mean, it's such a selfish sport to be involved in. And, you know, that selfishness has to go out the window, especially in a first-time tag team. The way we're seeing, like, with LaFleur and with Kid.
The Pillars of Pain taking a moment to regroup here on the outside.
Whoa.
But not so fast! Over the top rope with a plancha from Lash LaFleur.
Caution to the wind.
And the Kid into the cover. And again, a kick out at 2. Give credit where credit's due. 1 in a million, Mason Mosley. Still hanging in there, still showing that fight. Things getting a little testy here. Tag made, in comes. Oh! Here comes Leo Valentino. So I got a little distracted here. Things are getting a little feisty. Some words being tossed around here for these two teams.
Well, certainly so. And you have to know that distractions are going to be the name of the game for the Pillars of Pain. And that's exactly what we're seeing right here. I mean, Lash LaFleur in a world of trouble. I mean, the absolute wrong place to be in a tag team matchup is in your own opponent's corner.
And right now, isolation is the name of the game as the Pillars of Pain looking to keep down Lash LaFleur into the cover. And LaFleur kicking out at 1. LaFleur certainly has had the most experience in this matchup. We mentioned it, a former junior heavyweight champion, a former tag team champion. Currently holds that Diamond Destiny Championship. Certainly has proven to be one of the top athletes here at DCW.
I mean, you got to think about it from the perspective of the Pillars of Pain. It's not just about winning this tag team matchup, winning round 1, but you managed to pin the Diamond Champion. Hold on a minute. 2 count only. If you pin the champion, you earn yourself a shot at the title.
And not only advancing in the tournament, but you mentioned it, securing a shot at the Diamond Destiny Championship, skyrocketing your career here at DCW. And once again, Lash LaFleur, the former tag team champion, looking to reclaim that gold.
Yeah, knows what it's like to be at the top of the mountain here in the DCW tag team division. And right now, trying to scratch inch by inch to get back to that mountain.
Oh, it makes the tag, but the official didn't see it.
Oh, come on. Our official too busy getting roughhoused here by POP. And now, oh, this is absolutely egregious, Carmen.
This has been the name of the game from the Pillars of Pain from the very beginning. Willing to bend the rules, willing to play behind the official's back. Do anything to get the upper hand, to get the advantage.
You know, and it's not moral professional wrestling, but morals and championships tend to not go hand in hand around here, Carmen.
These two men only looking for championships and checks. And with that gold comes more money, comes more success, comes more fame. And the Pillars of Pain looking to take out LaFleur into the cover. And again, LaFleur showing that heart, showing that passion, able to kick out.
These men in Pillars of Pain cannot allow themselves to get overly emotional. That's when the biggest mistakes are going to be made in a high-profile situation like this first-round tournament match.
And hey, look, this is only our first matchup of the tournament. Tonight's action brought to you by the Stables Bar, your go-to spot in downtown Mobile to catch all the biggest games. So grab your crew, saddle up to the bar, and come relax in their neighborhood.
We're in the right neighborhood right now for a couple of tags, Carmen.
Hey, could be a great place to celebrate. Should one of these teams advance here? Back elbow from the Kid. The Kid firing away.
You know, there's something about this Kid that's just absolutely electric to me, Carmen.
Literally on day 1, pulled off an upset, defeating a former heavyweight champion. He's proven time and time again he has been takes Hurricane Rana from the Kid. Bringing down Valentino, and the Kid standing tall.
Yeah, Kid's got to watch out.
Suicide dive!
Oh, man.
Lightning fast offense here from the Kid, throwing caution to the wind, wiping out his competition, and now has to stay on the attack.
Yeah, Kid's a one-man wrecking crew right now. Oh!
And that time Mason Mosley had him scouted. Now going for the double team. They call this the Symphony of Pain. And the music will not be sweet for the Kid.
Here are your winners, the team of Leo Valentino and Mason Mosley, Pillars of Pain.
And with that victory, the Pillars of Pain marching one step closer to championship gold. They will be in action next week here in the tournament. The question still remains, Walker, who they will be facing off against.
Well, that is a question on everybody's mind. We're going to find out as the Pillars of Pain walk away into round 2.
Introducing new frosted sodas and floats. Only at Chick-fil-A.
Everybody come clap your hands. Oh, don't you know when you dance, you got to smile or you can't cry. Try it a while, you'll be surprised. Baby, it's a rock and roll
Pop,
music. I said
spin, and slide like an original. The original Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and new frosted sodas and floats. Only at Chick-fil-A.
You know where I wanna go, dancing in the afterglow, sunset putting on a show. Oh, whoa.
Wellness perfectly picked for you. Now at Target. Just stress sweating through my third set of scrubs. Totally normal, very healthy. I'm sure it's not a sign of emotional unraveling.
You need new Secret Clinical Antiperspirant, STAT. Secret gives 3 times more stress sweat protection.
Thanks. Got a bunch.
Secret, stay fresher under pressure.
What do you think about T-Mobile Home Internet only being $35 a month?
We need to take your mind off of this. Come check out my new man cave.
T-Mobile's got home internet, just $35 a month, and it's guaranteed for 5 years.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is another first-round match in the DCW Tag Team Championship Tournament. Introducing first, from McAllen, Texas, he is built different, Donald Blake.
Built different, Donald Blake, the former tag team champion, looking to reclaim gold here tonight. He lost that title back at All Cells Final 2. But here tonight could very much secure his next step to reclaiming that title.
And his partner, residing in Calabasas, California, the Playboy, Brian Baudelaire.
Well, Brian Baudelaire's got the swag, he's got the confidence. Walker, in a situation like this, do you think that overconfidence could be an issue, or will that demeanor help the Playboy advance to the next round?
Well, I think the one thing that the Playboy knows is that Donald Blake is not the only one who claims to be built different. Both of these men are built different. I think that there is definitely going to be some common ground to find between these two. I'm just not too certain what it is.
Two of the most self-confident stars here at DCW, to put it lightly. Not a lot of common ground between these two, but with championship gold waiting in the balance, you have to imagine here tonight, maybe perhaps they can work together. As we await to see who their opponents will be.
And their opponents, introducing first from Grand Bay, Alabama, it's Uncle Earl.
I see you vibing, Walker.
This is one of my favorite athletes on the DCW roster.
I didn't know you had moves like that.
Oh, brother, I've been moving since before you were born, and I think you're older than me. Uncle Earl. Oh, good Lord. This is one of my favorite men on the planet. Uncle Earl, how could you not be happy to see this man?
The crowd on their feet here for Uncle Earl, one of the most beloved superstars here at DCW.
Come on, Carmen, get to clapping with me.
Hey, I'm trying to catch it.
Yeah, you're a little offbeat. We'll work on that. Weren't you in a band? Yeah. All right. Uncle Earl making his way to ringside. You know, Carmen, Uncle Earl, I mean, he has a lot of friends. He has a lot of enemies as well. I can't wait to see who's alongside this man in the tournament.
Well, the possibilities are endless here. The DCW roster runs deep. We'll see who's ready to hoe down with Uncle Earl.
You'd think Uncle Earl and Donald Blake would see more eye to eye, but
I tell you, Uncle Earl ready for competition. He's fueled up on biscuits and gravy. He's ready to go.
As are all of us. You heard that too, right?
You mean to tell me Uncle Earl coming into this without a partner?
Well, I mean, this is a spur-of-the-moment tournament. A last-minute affair, but
hey, who could blame him for going after championship gold? But I think Uncle Earl may have misunderstood the assignment here. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Well, folks, we've seen this in recent weeks. The group assembled by Azazel. There you see Robbie Fang being followed by Viral Estrange. This mystery woman, and now from the back, in comes Azazel.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say Uncle Earl hasn't exactly recruited these four individuals as tag team partners.
Lazazel, a man of few words, has grabbed the mic.
Follow me.
Oh no!
Oh, what the hell
Oh
is this?
no, the beatdown has commenced on Uncle Earl! This Colt just laying waste to Uncle Earl and in quick fashion.
I mean, not a friend in the world for Uncle Earl right now, and now this is, I can't believe what we're seeing.
Or what we're not seeing.
Yeah, what the hell is going on here?
Well, the lights are back on here at the Bullet Bob Armstrong Memorial Arena.
And Carmen, I think we're trying to pull things back together right now as Uncle Earl, I mean, came out here with a plan of fighting all on his lonesome for the DCW Tag Team titles, but well, now certainly can't be going at 100%, and we got a bell sounded.
Uncle Earl still ready for a fight despite the 4-on-1 assault from the Colt.
That's one thing I'm always going to appreciate about Uncle Earl. Always willing to put the Dukes up, even when he knows that the odds are stacked against him.
Even when his back is pushed into a corner, still has that fight. And right now, Uncle Earl caught between a rock and a hard place. On one side, the Colt, and the other side, we got Donald Blake and the Playboy, Brian Baudelaire. So Uncle Earl sent face first into the top turnbuckle. The Playboy just firing away. We saw earlier tonight Scott Armstrong making his presence felt, being accosted by the now former heavyweight champion Jack Passion and Crusher Cottrell. But let's not forget that the man who retired Scott Armstrong is in the ring right now, Playboy Brian Baudelaire.
There's a huge, huge future coming for this man right here in Playboy Brian Baudelaire, but right now it might have to come at the expense of Uncle Earl.
It's a 2-on-1 handicap match here, and I'll give credit where credit's due. Uncle Earl hanging in this a lot longer than most would give credit for.
I mean, let's just call it straight here, Carmen. All Uncle Earl has to do is win this matchup by hook or by crook, and I haven't known him to be much of a crook in my life, but he's got to last at least until next week's episode of Synergy, where he might have an opportunity in the semifinal or even in the final if he can make it there.
Uncle Earl, a hardworking man, came up from the bottom, has done everything the right way. He wants championship gold and willing to go it alone if he has to.
Ugh.
Donald Blake now making the tag to Brian Baudelaire, and these two coming together, proving to be quite the force. And Baudelaire on the shoulders of Blake. Well, they have him on a big splash into the cover. And that's going to do it, folks.
Here are your winners. The team of Built Different, Donald Blake, and the Playboy, Brian Baudelaire.
Well, Brian Baudelaire and Donald Blake emerging victorious, advancing here in this tag team title tournament, Walker. I got to say right now, these two may be the odds-on favorite.
Well, potentially so, but we still have a lot more action to go, even just tonight on this episode of Synergy. I can't wait to see who's going to become the new pair of DCW Tag Team Champions, and your money very well may be on Baudelaire and Blake.
Still two more opening round matchups to come, folks. Do not go anywhere. You do not want to miss a moment of DCW Synergy action. Tag team action rolls along right after this.
Introducing the new GLP-1 pill on Ro. It's the same weight loss ingredient as the shot, now in a pill. The first ever FDA-approved GLP-1 pill for weight loss on Ro, with an innovative formula that finally unlocks real GLP-1 results in a pill. One pill a day to lose 14% of your body weight in a year. The lowest price FDA-approved GLP-1 ever. Now on Ro.
You know what I miss most about playing? Yelling, "Hut!" So I got this job. I got your pizza. Hut! Brady's back. Pizza Hut!
The goat?
Pizza Hut! Mom! Roughing the passer.
Shake it off, Gramps.
Get our biggest pizza for the biggest games. The Big New Yorker for only $10. Don't forget the pizza before the...
The beach is always just a lime away. Corona, La Playa awaits.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is another first-round match in the DCW Tag Team Championship Tournament. Introducing first, from Galway, Ireland, Liam Cullen.
We're back here on DCW Synergy. Carmen Michael joined alongside the one and only Walker Stewart as the tag team tournament continues. Here we see Liam Cullen set for action, but the question still remains, who will be joining Liam Cullen here tonight?
Well, we're going to find out right now.
From Knock'em-Stiff, Ohio, he is the Blood Diamond of professional wrestling, Walter Alexander.
Well, quite the development here. These two haven't always been on the same page, battling it out for the Diamond Destiny Championship. Let me tell you, Walter Alexander, one of the most shocking evolutions here in DCW. My former broadcast colleague decided enough was enough. He was finished playing things by the rules, and after 7 years of doing things the right way, the Blood Diamond is looking to take what he believes is rightfully his.
Well, I had a dream where you did the exact same thing, Carmen, so hey.
It couldn't be me.
Could be a parallel universe we're looking at. We're looking at the Blood Diamond and Liam Cullen here tonight.
Hey, I'm happy right here, but if I ever do decide to get back in the ring, I'll tell you what, I think I got my backup right next to me.
From Gulfport, Mississippi, Thaddeus Takeover Collins.
Thaddeus Collins looking to take over the tag team division here tonight, but that can only mean one thing.
And his tag team partner, from Talladega, Alabama, he is the new DCW Heavyweight Champion, Andy V10 Hansen.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I've had a couple of Talladega nights in my career, but I'll tell you right now, none of them involved becoming DCW Heavyweight Champion in under 60 seconds in our opening match tonight.
Let me tell you, it's incredible what one night can do for your career here at DCW. Andy V10 Hansen entering here tonight without championship gold, walking out the heavyweight champion, and could very well find himself moving along here in this tag team title tournament.
I mean, in just a 2-week period, you can see Andy V10 Hansen quickly go from nothing to DCW Heavyweight and DCW Tag Team Champion. That's monumental.
Certainly a feel-good story. Of course, we talked about the harrowing path that Andy V10 Hansen has taken here to championship gold. Of course, was struck by a moving vehicle, thus the V10 name. It's something he owns. It's something he has morphed into his fiber, into his well-being, and now he's looking to be fired up here tonight on his quest for more gold. Looks like Andy Hansen and Walter Alexander are going to get us started.
I mean, let's talk about it. A hell of an opportunity for this young athlete in Walter Alexander, the Blood Diamond, now stepping into impromptu, if you really consider it, against the DCW Heavyweight Champion. That's not something that Walter Alexander woke up and saw in his vision.
It's like we saw earlier on with Lash LaFlair, the Diamond Destiny Champion. If Walter Alexander is somehow able to pin the current heavyweight champion, not only do you advance in the tag team title tournament, but you have to imagine that puts you in contention for that heavyweight championship as well. Tell you, this confidence we're seeing in Andy V10 Hansen, it's certainly growing in real time, and how could it not after what we saw earlier tonight?
I mean, you could go from 0 confidence to 110 plus if you become heavyweight champion, the way that Andy V10 did over Jack Passion earlier on in the night.
Walter Alexander charging in now, hoisted up on the shoulders of Andy V10 Hansen. Look at the sheer power here, and speaking of which, in comes Thaddeus Takeover Collins. And now the two big men squaring off, and Liam Cullen just paintbrushing Collins. I'm not sure how wise that one was, Walker.
Well, painting red right now, looking into the eyes of Thaddeus Collins.
Liam Cullen, no stranger to a good fight. He loves to fight, and he certainly got that here tonight. And now hoisted up. Look at the power!
This fighting Irishman might have been shut down real quick.
Into the cover. Takeover looking to stay in charge here.
Yeah, you're a guy who likes to ask questions, Carmen, so I got to ask you, do you think Thaddeus Takeover Collins in any way feels a little bit overshadowed teaming now alongside the new DCW heavyweight champion?
I think if anything, it provides him with more motivation. He sees what can happen in just a few minutes here at DCW. He saw Andy V10 Hansen earlier tonight becoming heavyweight champion. He knows he is just a few more victories away from securing championship gold in his own. Cover made by the champion. Look at this. These two working together for the first time, but come together quite nicely. And now standing tall, almost daring Cullen and Alexander to get back in the ring. Collins not going to wait any longer. Has a hold of Cullen here on the outside.
Wait a minute. Oh, come on.
In comes Walter Alexander off the distraction. DDT plants the champion.
Well, our official can't do a damn thing about it because he was too busy looking at what's happening on the outside.
In comes Cullen, scurrying in, looking to steal the victory. Very opportunistic here from Liam Cullen. It's been quite some time since we've seen Cullen holding championship gold. You know that's got to be eating away at him, Walker.
Certainly so. I mean, you go long enough without championship sitting in your china cabinet, sitting around your waist, wherever it may be. I mean, Liam Cullen's going to start to get a little stir crazy, and I think that might be what's seeing this formation between Cullen and Alexander.
Alexander now sweeping the leg. We've seen a much more aggressive side of Alexander here in these last few months as he makes the tag back to Cullen. Cullen recently made his return after a few months away. And seeing a much nastier side of him as well.
Yeah, I mean this as no disrespect to Walter Alexander, but I think out of these two men that are standing in this corner, I mean, you're saying that Liam Cullen is obviously the one that likes to take the fight a little bit more. I mean, I think Alexander might have lucked out by getting Cullen as a partner.
Well, right now, Alexander proving to be rather scrappy in his own right. See that knee placed right between the shoulder blades of the champion. Looking to control the momentum, however. Hansen back to a knee, back to his feet, now fighting back. Shots to the midsection. Just like that, Walter Alexander back in control.
Alexander, you said the word earlier on, very opportunistic inside that ring, and I think that's a great word to describe the Blood Diamond. And you want to talk about taking an opportunity, you got to look the way of Liam Cullen.
Got to be careful here not to be disqualified. That time blatantly in front of our official. Hansen now off the ropes. Brought down by Alexander, the Blood Diamond. And Thaddeus Collins maybe doing more harm than good here. As once again, Andy V10 Hansen isolated.
It's a hard thing to predict. It's a hard thing to tell when these interferences are going to play your way or when they're going to work against you. But right now, it's working for Alexander and Cullen.
Alexander sitting into the corner. Gets the boot up.
Watch it.
Bulldog from Alexander.
That is classic from Walter Alexander.
Absolutely plants him into the cover. And the champion able to kick out at 2. This is already Andy V10 Hansen's second matchup of the night. However, I'm not sure how much was spent from the gas tank in that first one. Shocking the world here.
Well, you can call it a match on paper, but you're not going to call it much inside the ring. And that really worked to V10's advantage, I'll tell you that much. DCW heavyweight champion getting the fight of his life right now from Liam Cullen.
Going for the double team. Dropped hold into the leg drop, and now Cullen into the cover. And the champion able to power out once again. Got to give credit where credit's due. You may not like Cullen or Alexander, but they're doing an excellent job at isolating the champion to maintain their dominance. The last thing they want to do is to have Thaddeus take over Collins in that ring. Stiff headbutt there from the Irishman. Lining him up once again. Cullen calling for it, looking to put things away.
Yeah, we very well may be seeing it here.
Double headbutt, but nobody home.
A meeting in the middle. There's the tag, Carmen.
Hansen staying one step ahead, and in comes Collins, looking for the takeover. Just bulldozing his way through the competition, but just like that, Colin targeting the knee.
One of the most powerful men in this sport now, V10, looking for the run here.
Things are breaking out quick, and a pounce! Walter Alexander, isolated, left all alone. Power slam connects, and now into the cover. That is going to do it, folks.
Incredible.
Here are your winners, the team of Andy V10 Hansen, and that is TakeOver Collins.
Carmen, it feels like every single match we've seen on Synergy tonight, I found a new favorite pair to win this tag team tournament and become the new champions. You're looking right at them. We're going to see a double champion V10 by the end of next week.
The excitement is in the air. Everyone is entering this tournament motivated. They want that championship gold, but here tonight, Collins and Hansen advancing to the next round in competition next week. But folks, we still got to find out who that last team to enter the semifinal rounds will be. That matchup coming up next.
Introducing new frosted sodas and floats. Only at Chick-fil-A.
Everybody come clap your hand. Oh, don't you know when you dance, you've got to smile or you can't cry. Try it a while, you'll be surprised. Baby,
Float.
it's a rock and roll.
Pop.
I said
Spin. And slide like an original. The original Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and new frosted sodas and floats. Only at Chick-fil-A.
Whoa, you know where I wanna go. Dancing in the afterglow. Sunset putting on a show. Oh. Whoa.
Wellness perfectly picked for you. Now at Target. Just stress sweating through my third set of scrubs. Totally normal, very healthy. I'm sure it's not a sign of emotional unraveling.
You need new Secret Clinical Antiperspirant, STAT. Secret gives 3 times more stress sweat protection.
Thanks. Got a bunch.
Secret, stay fresher under pressure.
What do you think about T-Mobile home internet only being $35 a month?
We need to take your mind off of this. Come check out my new man cave.
T-Mobile's got home internet, just $35 a month, and it's guaranteed for 5 years.
Well, folks, we are just moments away from our main event here tonight. DCW Synergy, Carmen Michael, and Walker Stewart on the call as we continue this tag team tournament. Walker, I got to ask you, from who we've seen thus far, who would you say is the favorite in this tournament?
Well, it's got to be the men that we just saw. TakeOver in V10, absolutely my choice to walk all the way into Synergy next week, become the new DCW Tag Team Champions.
Well, folks, still one more team to determine. Up next, our main event, our final first-round matchup. Without further ado, let's get right to it.
Introducing first, from Magic City, Alabama, the wild card, Ace Lee.
Walker, the wild card, one of the most athletically gifted superstars to grace a DCW ring. He has every attribute you look for in a champion and certainly has all the potential in the world to become a household name, but the question still remains if that potential will be realized here tonight.
From Mobile, Alabama, he is the main man, Aaron Stone.
Well, you can have every opportunity to be a champion, Carmen Michael, but the one thing that these men are lacking that proves them to be championship material is just that. There are no titles around the waist of Ace and Stone, and tonight, I, for one, am very curious. I mean, this is a very loud and proud crowd for Stone here in Mobile.
Aaron Stone, DCW's feel-good story of the year thus far, has captivated the hearts of the DCW fan base like no other here in his first outing on Synergy. But can this young man, as unproven as he is, become the Cinderella story alongside Ace Lee and bust some brackets here tonight?
Listen to this crowd, Carmen. These two men are in high spirits tonight.
Unbelievable.
From Navarre, Florida, representing the Pillars of Pain, the Anomaly, Crusher Kojima. Cottrell.
Well, the mood in the room certainly changing upon the arrival of Crusher Cottrell, but Walker Stewart, this could only mean one thing as to who the partner of Crusher Cottrell will be.
And his tag team partner from Long Island, New York, the Rarity, Jack Passion.
No longer your DCW heavyweight champion. And you know what, Carmen? I argue for good reason. Jack Passion as a champion should know, a 3-time champion should know, to always keep your head on a swivel. He lost in a man's game tonight, but I, for one, am very curious to see if this alliance between Cottrell and Jack Passion could turn into something even greater than the DCW heavyweight title might have been for Passion.
Jack Passion got one step ahead of him here tonight earlier on. Certainly let that confidence get the better of him. Lost the one thing in this world that means the most to him. However, has the chance here tonight if he can shake it off, if he can brush the dust off his shoulders. It's easy for me to say. It's been a tremendous night thus far. Brush the dust off his shoulders. He could very well end next week holding championship gold again. Let me tell you, this excitement in the room certainly infectious. The crowd on their feet clapping along. The chance of Aaron Stone feeling the bullet. And only his second appearance here on Synergy. Aaron Stone certainly already proven to be a fan favorite. However, looks like Ace Lee and the former champion Jack Passion going to get it started.
You know, it's interesting to note that Jack Passion walks in here tonight on that downward swing that kicked off just about, 45 minutes ago, maybe less so. I mean, it is incredible to see that Passion has decided to come back out here and fight in this tag team tournament. But could it very well be based on the fact that he doesn't have that heavyweight championship to keep him comfortable? He's hungry now. He needs gold around his waist again.
It's all about how you recover. Will this be the beginning of the downward spiral of Jack Passion, or will he be able to get back to his winning ways?
Yeah, I think it's really interesting to point out as well, Carmen, that the Pillars of Pain have found themselves advancing in the semifinal of this year's DCW Tag Team Championship Tournament. I mean, do you think that affects anything with Crusher Cottrell and Jack Passion?
Crusher Cottrell and Jack Passion certainly have always remained focused, always remained determined to hold championship gold. I don't think they're going to let anyone hinder their path to championship gold, whether they're a part of the same group or not. Ace Lee, the wild card, looking to get the one-up on the former heavyweight champion. Brings him downside, headlock takeover, but look at this. Immediately, Jack Passion wrapping the legs around the head, now using those powerful legs.
I've caught a lot of aces during my time in professional wrestling, Carmen, and Ace Lee, I mean, one of the most unpredictable that you're going to find inside that ring. A very special athlete, unorthodox style of movement. I have to ask if Jack Passion's able to keep up with it.
Passion, certainly a well-rounded athlete here in the ring, makes the tag into Crusher. Crusher Cottrell at 19 years old. One of the most decorated, purebred athletes in DCW. And hold on! Ace Lee had it scouted.
Well, that feels a lot like what we saw earlier on in the night when he lost the heavyweight title, Carmen.
Step up enziguri from Ace Lee. And a basement dropkick under the bottom rope sends Crusher Cottrell to the outside. Now look at this. Orihara moonsault from the wild card.
Aces high tonight for Lee.
Lee taking a gamble, and it pays off. And now rolling. Crusher Cottrell into the ring, the former heavyweight champion. Going for the pin. And a kick out at 2. Ace Lee asking the crowd, taking a poll. Do they want Aaron Stone? And they do. Stone now, his first main event. Can he hold up to the pressure? Stone into the cover. Ace Lee set him up for success, however, unable to keep him down.
This is easily the biggest test of Aaron Stone's young career tonight, to step in the ring with a former 3-time DCW heavyweight champion.
Aaron Stone, no stranger to being an underdog, firing away with these right hands on the former champion. Swing and a miss from Passion. Drop kick from Stone. Look at the power from the legs. Jack Passion sent all the way to the floor.
Oh, and he's going to get a little company.
No way.
No.
Passion staying one step ahead. And now Passion taking a little breather. And off a long crossbody off the top from Ace Lee. Can you believe it, Walker?
That's incredible. Ace is high one more time. This is the wild card we're talking about.
Looking to take advantage, and now Stone to shock the world once again. Stone, understandably, with a lot of nervous energy with this matchup. Only his second time entering a DCW ring. A little hesitant here to enter the corner with the former champion, and for good reason. Charging in with a big boot.
Well, it's not the time to get happy feet. It's not the time to get cute. You have to manage to stay on top of your game right now. Aaron Stone's got to make the tag here, and here it is.
In comes Ace Lee. Lee's been building quite the momentum here at DCW. Who could forget that street fight back at All Cells Final 2, defeating Playboy
favorites.
Brian Baudelaire. Standing moonsault from Lee into the cover to advance. No. Lee sizing up the former champion, taking a shot to the midsection. Is it just me, or Passion seemed a little bit off his game here tonight, Walker?
And wouldn't you be as well, losing the heavyweight championship in less than 60 seconds? I mean, that has to be a record of some sort.
Lee using that momentum to bring down Jack Passion, and now into the cover. Very frequent pins here from Lee.
Yeah, I like what we're seeing out of young Ace Lee here, and this is something that a lot of people are going to overlook. These frequent covers in tag team matches. It takes a lot of energy just to lift another man's body off your body for a kick out, Carmen.
Lee's in it to win it, but unbeknownst to him, from behind, Crusher Cottrell proving to be the benefactor here.
That whiplash effect, Carmen, I think that's something you got to keep your eye on, and it wouldn't shock me if a lot of the attacks from Jack Passion and Crusher Cottrell go above the neck from now on the rest of this match.
That target is set, of course. Jack Passion likes to hit that cataclysm. Crusher Cottrell with that LFG lariat. Ooh. Charging in, running senton. Into the cover. And once again, mounting him. Now we're seeing that vicious streak from Crusher Cottrell. The man who had more D1 scholarship opportunities to play football than perhaps anyone else in the country. However, chose to start his professional wrestling career here at the Diamond Mine.
Yeah, that certainly says a lot about the athlete that Crusher Cottrell is, but that doesn't automatically translate to you becoming an incredible professional wrestler. That takes skill, that takes doctrine, and I'm not sure if that's something Cottrell is going to be able to keep up with here.
He's put in the hard work. He's definitely see the physical transformation from Crusher Cottrell. He sends Ace Lee into the corner, and the Alliance looking to isolate the wild card.
Yeah, Jack Passion looking a lot more like his former self, just about 10 pounds of gold lighter.
Into the cover. You see the frustration starting to grow here from Passion.
It's not often you have to see those cracks start to form in a man with such high confidence often like Jack Passion. And now, now that those shards are starting to show, maybe this is the time for Aaron Stone and Ace to find a victory.
Well, we're seeing a much more fragile Jack Passion. We're seeing that ego come into play. We're seeing those cracks start to form, as you said, for years. He was really the perennial fan favorite here at DCW. The crowd absolutely loved him. Never said no to anything. Always had a smile on his face, but I don't know what's got into this young man. Cover made.
We know what's gotten out of him, and that's 10 pounds of gold. Here we go.
Oh, German suplex from Passion. Lee stacked on his head. Cover made. Not a lot of strength behind that kick out, but nonetheless, Lee hanging in there. Aaron Stone leading the charge here on the outside, getting the chant started for Ace Lee. Once again, main event here tonight, DCW Synergy. The stakes could not be any higher as the tag team title tournament continues. This main event powered by Big Bad Breakfast in Mobile, Alabama. Big Bad Breakfast serves up comfort food that hits every time, whether you're fueling up for work or recovering from a big night out. Start your day at Big Bad Breakfast. Cover made.
We're going to have to send Uncle Earl the Big Bad Breakfast later on in the night, huh?
Hey, he may love the biscuits and gravy. Who knows?
Certainly. You know, Crusher Cottrell, you talk about all the D1 scholarship opportunities. I know a little bit of an amateur wrestling background for Crusher Cottrell as well, and that is exactly why he's able to put the pressure in like this on Ace Lee.
Firing away at the back of Ace Lee. Ace Lee, known for using that speed. Off the middle rope, corkscrew uppercut. But targeting that back, it certainly does a number to the power of Ace Lee, but also the speed as well. Every little movement doing more and more damage to the back, but now making the tag to Aaron Stone, the fresher man.
It's anybody's opportunity here. Aaron Stone, like a house of fire coming out tonight.
Looking to seize the most of that opportunity.
Watch it.
Spine buster from Stone. Make your name, kid. Make your name known. Could you imagine the reaction if Aaron Stone were to get that victory right there in that moment?
Wow.
The roof would have been blown off the place. But there's still a chance.
Oh.
No, and a low blow from Passion.
Come on.
And look at it. Look at the smile on the face of Passion. Unbelievable.
Oh, damn you to hell.
Here are your winners. The team of Crusher Cottrell and Jack Passion.
Just when you think the Alliance can't get lower, they manage to find a new depth.
Well, Walker, that's going to do it for us here tonight. The field is set. Next week, we find out who will hold tag team gold. Tune in next week to find out.